Hey guys, this is David from I Am Vanguard here with the deck profile of Gredora. I am here with Mr. Ajolt, Dynasty champion, 2 times in a row, made top 8 in Dynasty teams, so on and so forth. He's gonna go ahead and take away with the deck profile.
Alright. What's up, you guys? It's Ajolt here. As you see, I'm playing Gredora, and this is my current build I have for post Galaxy Gate, the Link Joker with Over Grapplers and Deep Police stuff. I see my build. Let's start off with the triggers lineup. So I know people like to run stand triggers. I'm not a fan of stand triggers. I hate stand triggers. And against control matchups too. 12 crits definitely way to go. This deck draws so much, so 12 crits way to go, obviously. So, and especially against chaos, you don't auto lose against that shit. So, well, I run. People like to run either. Some people run 3 overwhelms. I run 4. So, 4.
Is there a reason why you run 4 over 3?
After the 3rd time, well, because you only have to use her. You usually use her for Dark Device, her ability, her GB3 to gain 2k for each face-on counterblast your opponent has to your whole all your units. So, if you're about to go to that deck out game, put the grind game, you really don't have to use the 4th skill to draw. You can just like sit there with the field boost. So that's why I like her at 4.
And I see you run Stun Beetles, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's mainly just like flip fodder for overwhelm most of the time. There's opportunities where your opponent might. There's gonna be times where your opponent might not have enough counterblast or have no counterblast, and you're just playing that, play that game where you kind of deny each other and stuff like that, and you can see your opponent. And plus, if you see your opponent, if you know for sure your opponent does have counterblast, you can just auto win if this hits. So stun beetle will stun their Vanguard, can't ride, so they will skip their drive check next turn. So that would be behind so much if you let this go. If not, I usually just flip for overwhelm most of the times. But there's rare opportunities that could happen. I run 2 over on this.
And why do you only run 2?
It seems really good on paper to run more, but usually you wouldn't want to go into this more than twice, because you start like negging yourself. If your opponent survives after a second one, they will be really behind, or should be behind. I really never went in a situation where I ran more than 2. I usually just go to overwhelm, maybe do it once. Overwhelmed, then go to a GB8 or Zoa. Most times when I get to that point in the game, the deck draws so much, so you can't really stall for that long. This deck is like pretty much on a time bomb basically. You really don't have that much time to keep grinding it out, because you draw so much. The deck out game is gonna be real later. So 2 is good. You only need 2. This card's only mainly for certain matchups, like maybe like Pale Moon. Grand Blue, really. Some decks that like to disappear.
Like Gears.
Something like that. It'll force opponent to play around it. It's not like, I really don't go into it as much, but there are situations where I do. So that's why I want to run 2. Plus, it fits more a space for stun beetles, because you need to run 3 or 4. You can't really run 2 because it flips itself. So it definitely adds that pressure. And other than that, those are GBA, self-explanatory. It's like 5k to all units for each rest opponent rear guard you have. It's just a good fish.
Pretty standard.
G-guard, yeah, these are like the plot maker clones basically. Free 10k most of the time, so 36.
And then Zoa is Zoa.
Zoa, so it's if you cheese, if you know your opponent has no counterblast. Unless it's Luard, every other deck, maybe ZTV, they don't have recycling perfect guards. Right. So you can like bait this out with stun beetles. You lose all the perfect guards, then Zoa, you pretty much just win.
Okay, so it's for the Zoa play that you would run the stun beetles to bait it out.
Yeah, it's also for Zoa play, so it baits it out. But don't do this against Luard or ZTV.
Right.
It's not.
And then, did you want to kind of go over the main deck? I mean, it looks pretty simple, but a lot of people is not aware of it.
Yeah, the standard. I have to run 7 3s. I get really cloggy with my grade 3s. So I don't like running 8. I really don't want to ride this guy, so you always want to see Gredora. So I only run 7. This deck draws a lot, so you really can fix your rise later on if you run the wrong one. Grade 2s, this is the 10k for Gredora or for Darkface.
Really good, actually. Really
so it's
busted.
really good for the early rush, and it's also good 16 during points when you attack with him.
Which is a magic number.
So, and this card, these two cards are on place, but these what fixes problems that if you go against an opponent that knows how to play around this deck, like knows how to play Dark Device, these will fix those issues. Like the Wasp will rest all your opponent's rear guards. It does not target. It will just rest them all, and it will gain. It's 11k on place, and then if you rest everything, it becomes a 16k attacker. So rest everything, 16k attacker. Really good, especially yourself the Dark Device for Overwhelm. Punish Stag will stun your on place 11k, stun, and if it's still there as rest, you get draw a card at the end of your opponent's turn. So it can fetch you a card. It's 11k attacker. So all these can always hit at least 11k, which is what you really want. All good beat sticks. These are the Jeffrey clones. These are really good. These are when boost Dark Device, put in Soul, and draw a card in 3k power. So these hit for really good numbers, matching numbers, and you will draw a card.
I think especially with the 16k attacker, like this.
Yeah, it can hit 26.
Right.
Yeah, all these numbers can happen. These to be 21. A grade 3 in this can be 21. Straw enablers, that's always want the right Vanguard, so fix that with that. These perfect guards are really nice because they counter.
Well, they're SPs.
Yeah. Well, this whole deck's SP'd out, so if you haven't noticed, well, yeah. These perfect guards are really nice. You bind it and itself to countercharge and draw a card if you have Dark Price Vanguard. So this will draw you a card and replenish resources for you. So you rather run this or the Unflamed Perfect Guards because the Unflamed card doesn't draw you a card, but this card can help set up for the Toronto's turn or the Overwhelm turn because during main phase, and Overwhelm is main phase active ability too. And I run 2 Brilliant Blisters.
Is there a reason why?
Mainly because how the format's looking like with Gears and Overlord. You want to like, because you can restrict their column, so they're just gonna go to Restand Vanguard. This will make them very paranoid to go into those Gear next or Ziesenberg. Also really good against Blittermouse, like for DIs. Pretty much anything restanding besides Stark. Can't just work on Stark, fortunately. So this will really fix those matchups because normally without this, the Gear matchup is really hard to deal with.
And what would you run if you didn't run a Brilliant Blisters?
Probably the Resist Vulcan thing. That's probably what I'll do. And this starter, the starter is not GB restricted. It's just
really good.
It's really good because you Counterblast push and Soul. So if you fix your rides, if you have any issues, or if opponent has something not rested, you can like go ahead and rest everything, prevent their our Dark Device stuff from go off. I know some people rather Ride Chain. It's a hit or miss really, because yeah, it's nice to have it early game your Ride Chain, but like
and later, you're talking about the Giraffe
Ride Chain. Right? Yeah. We're talking about that. I know people are doing that. Reason why you're not doing that is because later in the game, as the game goes on, in the mid to late game, all those cards are vanillas. They don't do anything for you.
Well, plus that too, I feel like that you won't have good rear guards either.
You won't have good having this, or even some of these like these grade 1s. These what help fill the spots to help close out your games. Early game, yeah, it's nice and all, but like you really want to have answers in a late game. If your deck is vanilla besides Overwhelm, it's not going to help close. Like, the game's going to be going too long, and you're just decking yourself out if you can't close it out. Because these will help build numbers and help enable your Dark Device plays. So there you go, guys. That's what I am currently doing post Stargate.
And I know that there was another channel that was talking about how to counter certain decks, and they were talking about like how to counter Gredora. Do you completely agree with them, or
I
do you
understand what they're going for. Like I know people try to play around Dark Device Overwhelm a lot, and they always try to leave something standing. Or this is what helps fixes those. If a player knows what they're doing and how it plays against it, if I'm running answers to, pretty much I'm playing a build that assumes that opponent knows what they're doing, how to play against the deck. So.
And what would you consider as your worst matchup? With like, what were the matchups that really gave you a struggle with this deck?
Originally, before all these changes, it was like probably like chaos.
Because you were running the Gredora.
Because there was stand trigger. You can't afford to run stand triggers anymore.
Especially in control meta.
And I'll say Gear Chronicles just cause ZTB just because I wasn't running Blister, so Gears was hard, and possibly Masai depending.
Because they can unlock their board.
They can get around Gredora's effect,
right.
but like if you try to that's why you try to get all your cards get value out of all your cards as soon as you can. So if your deck's vanilla later on, you're really not going to be able to do much. So those are I feel like only bad matchups, Chaos and Gears really. But
other than that, you feel like that you were pretty good with this deck, like against other matchups, right?
Yeah, pretty fine. Oh yeah, there also is. It very varies though. Maybe Thopas can still get around it. So that's about it.
All right. Well, make sure you guys comment, rate, subscribe to Sack Entertainment, the Sack Entertainment, or I Am Vanguard. And like always, guys, imagine the victory. I am Vanguard. Make sure you guys watch one of my previous videos on the left and the right. And of course, subscribe to I Am Vanguard. Thanks for watching, guys.